Hello and welcome. Welcome to my channel. My name is Nick and this is Ocular Unum. So I find myself at this crossroad again in my life. I've been here a few times and I'm sure for anybody that is wanting to create content, you will be finding yourselves at the same crossroads or for many other things in life. Which crossroad is this? Well, it's the one where we confront our fear of being seen and stepping out into the world to be seen. As I say, I've been here a few times before, and I have to say, honestly, every time I've managed to get past that fear, it's been worth it. It's been worth it, every second of it. And when you do finally cross that threshold and you begin to discover the joys of doing it, you begin to wonder, why was I ever afraid of this in the beginning? Why was I ever afraid? And it's easy to say when you're over the hurdle and you've experienced it, but it might seem like a foreign concept right now if we haven't stepped over that threshold. But believe me when I say it, it'll all be worth it in the end. How do I know? And I don't like talking about myself because it's not about me. It's about what I can present to the world, what information, what knowledge, what I've learned along the way that I can present to other people. And if you learn from it, awesome. And if you don't, hey, well, maybe you've been entertained. I don't know. Anyway, I have been a fire performer. I still do from time to time, but it's now just a hobby. And I remember the first time deciding whether or not to step out in public. I'd only ever done it for myself at home, learning. I was at a nightclub. It was an outdoor nightclub. And being absolutely terrified to put the match to the poi and light them. Not because it was fire, but because the minute I lit that match, I'd be lighting a beacon to the world, being like, yo, look at me. I'm standing here. I'm wanting your attention. I was terrified. Lit the match, no. Lit the match, no. There were a few false starts, nearly doing it. And then at one point I just did it. I was like, you know what? I just need to get over this barrier. And I put the match to it. They lit up and I started swinging them around and I was myself, for lack of a better term. But halfway through, I kind of realized, hey, the people that are watching aren't judging me. They're enjoying it. They're benefiting from this in some way. People are actually enjoying witnessing it and seeing it, and it kind of fueled me. It gave me energy to carry on, and so I did. I carried on and came to the end, standing in a pool on the step, and people loved it. And all of a sudden, people were cheering and like round of applause, and I was just like, wow, didn't see that one coming. Fears in our head. I had fears of, I'm going to be the laughing stock of the town because I'm so or whatever. Well, reality served me a different dish. It was nothing like that. It was pure enjoyment. People loved it. People came up to me and were like, wow, man, like, how long have you been doing that for? Like, that was amazing. And I wasn't prepared for it. I just wanted to, again, shrink back into a little hole and be like, oh my God, people see me now. Oh, not quite. But I mean, a part of me really enjoyed it. But because I do enjoy being in the spotlight and in the spotlight and being on the stage. But I wasn't prepared for what came after that. Anyway, needless to say, I carried on. I carried on doing it, and I'd go to nightclubs and I'd get in for free because I'd be doing entertainment and stuff. And hey, I was living the dream. It was great. I just got into places for free, got into parties, got into nightclubs, all of this just to go and throw some fire around. Please don't go and just throw fire around in nightclubs. I'm not endorsing this. If you're not trained, don't do it. I'm just using this as an example as to how I overcame my fear and where it led me. And then I got spotted by somebody in the crowd, and they came up to me. They're like, wow, you're really good. Like, I'm starting a fire crew. Do you want to join? And I was like, are you talking to me? They're like, yeah, man, like, you're really good. I was like, thanks. Sure, I'll come along, check it out. So I did. I ended up doing that for 8 years. And it was awesome. I got to travel, and I met an amazing group of people, and my life changed in ways I would kind of sit back now and I think to myself, when I look back at it all, and I think, man, where would I be now if I'd never done that? And honestly, there's no answer to that, but it's mind-blowing kind of realization as to how much my life went, or maybe it just went exactly in the direction it was meant to go in. Who knows? Point is I stepped over that fear, and I'm really encouraging anybody that's standing at that same precipice to do exactly the same thing, because it's not a precipice. It's not a cliff. There's nothing you're going to fall down. It's just a line that you're stepping over. And believe me, your life will change. It'll not be the same again. You'll meet people along your way that'll change your life. You'll go places that'll change your life. You'll become a different person. And one day you'll look back and be like, how was I ever afraid of that? So the reason I'm making this video is because this exact video is this exact line in the sand again for me. And you'd think, oh, but you've done it before. Why is it so hard now? Well, this time I'm truly being seen. As a fire performer, I always had this, what I would envision as a protective bubble around me of the fire swirling around, and I was in a shielded place, you know. I didn't feel vulnerable, whereas here, again, I feel vulnerable. But sometimes in life, one has to allow yourself to feel vulnerable. Because the worst thing that you could ever do is to not do that, not try it, not get over the line. And life's too short to live with any form of regret. We all have a regret of some sort or another. You don't want them piling up. So really, the whole point of this video is to encourage somebody else to step over the line. And like I said, there's no drop on the other side of it. It's just a step over a line. Do your recording, get it out, do another one, rinse, repeat. I figured I'd talk about this because it's something that I've done before in my life. And if I can encourage you to do it, then job done, you know, box ticked. Like, we don't have experiences in our lives only for ourselves. We learn things along the way, and if we can help somebody else learn that lesson quicker, do it. Why not? I see all of us human beings as like little filters for knowledge, and knowledge goes in and it processes through our brain, and we take the nuggets of information that are applicable to us in our lives and we run with them. We filter out the aspects of things that are not true versus what is true, and we just run with the stuff that's true. So now if you can save somebody the effort of doing that, their advancement will be quicker. They might discover something that you hadn't even started to think about. Anyway, long story short, if you can do half the work for somebody else, why not? And so here I am. again, as you can see, I do music, and that's another thing that I stepped over the line once for. I wrote a song, got released, and I was told, "Hey man, you need to play at the launch party." I was like, "I don't DJ. I only produce." They're like, "Everyone's playing. You're going to do something." So I put together a live set, and again, absolutely bricking it. I went up and played, and people again, "Wow, that was great, awesome, amazing. How do you do it?" And I was like, uh, not what I was expecting, you know. So it's never what we expect. That's kind of the point I'm trying to drive home here. Our fears are always to do something in the future that hasn't happened yet. We will psych ourselves out before we've even taken the first step. And it's about realizing that we're capable of doing that and then putting a stop to it and just believing in yourself. Because in believing in yourself, you're also loving yourself and you're proving to yourself, hey man, like, it's all worth it. Everything is worth it. Everything we go through ultimately is worth it. You just never judge yourself for it. Just be like, yo, that happened. Whew, heavy. Okay. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, take the lessons you can take from it and move forward. As long as you learn from them. So anyway, it's not quite the sort of general topic of this channel, but I've given up trying to figure out what my topics are going to be about, because every time I tried to make the one I wanted to really talk about, well, yeah, it just never happened. It just kept corrupting or sound clipped out crazy. For some reason, my microphone decided to just be 300 times louder than it should have been. All the audio was completely out of sync and it was just a mess. Or my computer crashed. I mean, literally, I'm not even trying to make this stuff up. It happened. So hopefully, if this is still recording, I'm going to be super grateful that this is done and I can finally put this up online, and hopefully people hear it, and if it helps you take your first step into the world of creation, of content creation, music, whatever it is that you're hesitating to do, stop hesitating. Start believing and doing it. Anyway, I'm going to stop there because otherwise I'm just going to be rambling on and on and on for hours, and I don't want this thing to stop. So I'm going to get this done, get this uploaded. Thanks for being here, and I appreciate you sticking out all the way to the end. If you felt it helped you, yeah, give it a like. And if you want to know where we go in the future with this channel, what other little nuggets of wisdom might come out, subscribe and follow along, because it's going to be a wild ride. But yeah, love and gratitude. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time. Cheers, guys.